These field workers have come to take tree measurements and soil samples from this site close to Mount Kilimanjaro in northern Tanzania. They are part of Tanzania's National Forestry Assessment Project, or NAFORMA, run by the Tanzanian government and the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization (FAO) and funded by Tanzania and Finland. The team is collecting information on the number, size and quality of trees, as well as assessing the forest's so-called carbon pools, one of which is soil. Forest soils are a massive carbon stock. Activities such as deforestation release carbon from the soil, significantly increasing the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere.
So it is really important. And the problem is that we don't know yet how this carbon stored in the soils can be released to the atmosphere if the land use, for example, changes from forestry to agriculture. And this is one of the questions that the NAFORMA soil survey tries.
NAFORMA field teams are collecting data from 3,400 sites around the country, including collecting soil samples from more than a quarter of these. Each sample is then brought to this laboratory where it is analyzed to establish its carbon content.
Now we know that we have some areas which are highly fertile, and those needs maybe to have some other ways of conserving it so that we can have really maintain the carbon stocks in those areas.
The principal crops are coffee and bananas grown under a canopy of trees. While farming is intensive, the farmers conserve water and recycle all organic matter to ensure their methods are sustainable. However, these farms are threatened due to falling coffee prices. It's hoped NAFORMA data will bring better policymaking that will support sustainable agroforestry systems like these by demonstrating their many environmental benefits, including the uptake and storage of large amounts of carbon.
Come out with the change, you see, the change of how much carbon has been added from the atmosphere to our forest stores, and how much then should we pay for that storage?
When I was young, it used to rain a lot here, which made the climate very conducive to agriculture, and crops matured quickly. But now, the rains are completely unpredictable, so when you plant, the crop sometimes withers.
If that can be understood, it will provide not only Tanzania but also other tropical nations with the information they need to sustainably manage their forest resources, allowing them to provide for their growing populations and reduce their carbon emissions.